This is 102.7 Chop FM, and this is ArtsTalk. Good evening. You're listening to 102.7 Chop FM, and this is ArtsTalk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And this show is dedicated to bringing the arts to Newmarket. Not just the musical arts, although there's always plenty of musical artists, but any kind of artist, professional or amateur, across any discipline. If you want to be on this show, there are several ways you can contact us. First, you can send an email to newmarketartscouncil@gmail.com or
you can look us up on Facebook, ArtsTalk Radio, and message us there.
There you go. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday at 6 o'clock to hear good music and find out what's going on in the arts in Newmarket. Mm-hmm. Tonight, we're in conversation with Adam and Nicolo from punk band The Reddies. Hello. Welcome, guys.
Hi. Hey.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Adam, this is your 11th time on the show. You're in every band in Newmarket.
How many bands are you in?
Is this true? Yeah, how many bands? Are you allowed to tell Nicolo how many bands you're in?
Yeah.
Are you keeping
I don't hide anything. 5, I think.
5 bands.
Yeah.
We saw you
Crazy.
on Saturday night at the Grey Goat.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
In, what was the name of that band? Bad Luck.
Bad Luck, yeah.
That was Bad Luck. That was a punk show.
Yes.
The Reddies are a punk band.
Yes.
How come the Reddies didn't play that show?
That's a bad question. We're going to start some beef now.
Something about Nicolo? Is there a problem with Nicolo?
No, I don't care. I mean, really, we just weren't available for the date. I mean, it was, we've played with people in all the bands that played that night multiple times and for years. I mean, no animosity between any of those bands. I mean, those guys are all great. And we were there to support them, even though we weren't playing. It just, we couldn't do it that day. That's all that happened.
And they were a very talented group of musicians, but I'm going to say this. I don't really get the non-stop speed drumming. It's like a hammer against your head after a while. Don't you think?
We both
gas pedal
with
go,
migraines.
right?
We
Gas
both
pedal
left with headaches.
Yes.
I did too.
Yeah.
Even I did.
Sorry.
No, well, it wasn't yours. I think it was just the volume.
How come there's no consideration of a tempo change? It's just every now and again. Like every now and again, a song will open up with a long chord, like right? Kick drum like.
Is that not punk though?
Well, yeah, I guess.
Fast and loud and raw, right?
It's a different kind of.
Raw is a good word.
Is that a subgenre though of punk that has that constant?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Punk, what would you...
No, not even. I'd say it's definitely got a lot of hardcore influence, I'd find in it. I mean, it's not as, you don't get the breakdowns like a lot of some of the hardcore songs do, but a lot of the influence you can hear in punk music there. It's fast, it's aggressive, it's fun to play. I mean, we have fast songs, and we have to watch ourselves sometimes. We get caught into just writing songs fast all the time. And
right.
You guys are fast.
Thrashing constantly.
Yeah, honestly, the main reason for me is just it's a lot of fun. I mean,
Were you playing with a double pedal?
No, I only play with a single bass pedal.
Somebody was though, because it was definitely some. Maybe it was the band that came on after you.
I know Ship of Fools. They have a single bass pedal. I have a single bass pedal, and I don't know about Merloaded. Maybe he has a double.
Yeah. That was the one where you were like, listen to how constant. Like Dave's been talking about this since Saturday night.
Well, it was just medley fast, right?
Now, it was crazy.
I admire drummers that can play with their right foot that fast. I really do. Or play both pedals that fast. Frankly, it's amazing to me. But it's the relentlessness of it.
Right.
Yeah,
I am old. I should, it's just a full disclosure because this is not on television. I am clearly very old, so that's.
He's a little bit older than me, just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe we should listen to the Reddies. Let the listeners hear what kind of punk they are, and then we can talk about where they fall into these subgenres of punk.
What a fantastic idea!
Okay, great.
So this is participation trophy. By the
I
Reddies.
got one of those in school. Did you? Woo! Sorry.
That's the problem with society today. Participation trophy by the Reddies on 102.7 Chop FM. The Reddies with participation trophy on 102.7 Chop FM. This is Arts Talk. I'm Taylor Koss.
I'm Dave Peters.
And we are in conversation with Niccolo and Adam from the Reddies. So I'm old enough to remember local punk acts from the 70s, like Teenage Head and the Vile Tones, and that was punk in that day. I guess it all sort of grew from that. Of course, Sex Pistols and the other...
The Ramones.
The Ramones, right.
My favorite.
Yes.
Another band lacking in talent. But not as lacking as much as the Runaways.
Okay. AC/DC. Okay. So what kind of genre, what subgenre of punk is the Reddies?
Nicola, take this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
know.
always
I mean,
interested in that.
I don't like to give us like a specific, like, I don't want to be pigeonholed, you know,
Cool.
and that's the way. So I don't always have a specific word to answer that question for people, you
Because
know.
when we were like, let's write our song like this, which is not a certain, genre, subgenre, and then let's write a song that's like this,
Yeah,
So
like, I mean,
we mix it around.
we like to explore the different punk elements.
Yeah.
That
for
keeps
sure.
it exciting and a little more interesting
Yeah.
for the ears, right?
Yeah, exactly, right, and even to play, right, because if you're writing, the same
True.
song over and over, maybe not the same song, but same chords,
In ways.
very different ways.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it can start to get stale as a musician as well, right?
Yeah.
But we have a lot of different influences. We have influences from, all the way from something soft like even just Frank Sinatra. Some of us like to listen
Nice.
to.
Yeah, yeah.
Love Frank.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Oh yeah. He's awesome. And I mean, all the way to like before I really joined the Reddies, I was mostly listening to heavy metal. Like a lot of thrash metal, a lot of 80s metal like that. Even Judas Priest and stuff like that.
No kidding.
Yeah, so I mean, our influences come from all over the board. So I mean, it comes out in a unique sound.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
Do you set out to be fast, though? I mean, is the tempo more or less the same all the time?
I wouldn't say we set out to be fast, but sometimes we're playing and we're like, hey, let's try that a bit faster. And then most of the time, it's just like, yeah, that was cool.
Sometimes it's like, Adam, slow down.
I was gonna
Yeah,
ask you, ever go
sometimes it
slower?
is. Yeah, sometimes he'll get ahead of us when we're trying to write a song or just learn a new song, and it's like, dude, we're not there yet. Slow down. But,
How many members in the Ready?
right now we're at 4. They were at 5 for a long time, and our last guitarist who left, he started up a family, wanted to dedicate more time there. So yeah, no hard feelings, nothing of that sort with him. Sean McTaggart, for those who know the Reddies, that's the name of the member that previously was with us.
And who are the other two guys?
And a founding member, actually.
Yeah, founding
Really?
member. Yes,
Wow.
that's right. Yeah. How could I forget that?
You've been at it for a long time?
Yeah, so I mean, the group probably started 2007 or 2008, around then.
Wow.
I know previously they were known as the Replacement Heroes. I remember going to watch them a couple times play as the Replacement
Too
Heroes.
funny. I heard of them as James and the Reddies. That
Yes.
was when I was introduced to this band.
Yeah, so that was after the Replacement Heroes thing, and then they
Cool.
started James and the Reddies when they got a full-time drummer. Because when they were the Replacement Heroes, it was a lot more acoustic stuff, and not definitely not the incarnation that even James and the Reddies was.
Yeah.
And then with James and the Reddies, that took off. I supported them like crazy. They're good friends of mine too. Like even before they started playing, I knew Michelle. I've known years now, since like grade 1 or something like that.
Really?
Right? Yeah.
Wow.
And
So,
Michelle
I mean-
plays bass, for those that don't know, right? Michelle plays bass.
Yes,
and-
Michelle plays bass, and Jared Semple, he's our singer. Unfortunately, they couldn't be here today.
Yeah.
But those are the 4 members rounding out the Reddies there. And the 2 members, unfortunately, I couldn't make it today. They could tell you way more history than I could about that whole James and the Reddies time. As I was just saying, I was more of a supporter at that time because I was great friends with them. They were having a good time drinking lots of James Reddy's beer, which is where James and the Reddies came from.
Nice.
obviously.
I thought that was
Yeah.
such a clever name, though. I love
Yeah,
it.
I did too. And
Yeah.
then once I put the connection, you're like, wow, that's really clever.
How far back does the band go? When was it founded?
It was around 2007 or 2008. It was around that time. I can't remember exactly.
We're approaching the 10-year anniversary next year.
Wow.
We're getting
Holy
close.
moly.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
Pretty cool.
it's getting close. And I mean, and then when the other guitarist left, Mark Rimmer, that's when they decided to change it from James and the Reddies to just to the Reddies. And that's when I joined the band. I replaced Mark. And
How
then
did they find you, Niccolo? Where did how did you were friends with the band?
Yeah,
They
exactly,
They
right?
knew you could play guitar.
yeah, that was exactly it. They knew I played guitar.
You were hanging around like
Yeah,
that
it was
rumor.
yeah, exactly, right?
It's said,
was
well,
like,
might as well, guys at every show, we might as well let him play.
He's got to know the songs by now, right?
He knows all the tunes.
yeah, pretty much, exactly. Yeah, it was more or less exactly that. They're like, hey man, we're like, we want you to join.
Nice.
I was more than happy to join. I wasn't doing much musically at the time, and it was a nice kickstart, just to get back into it.
Cool. Were you in bands before the Readies? We know a little bit about Adam's background in the music from our Mad City episode, so we don't know much about you. Were you in bands before?
Yeah, so there was a couple bands I say bands, but like we only played shows here and there, like going through high school and stuff. Nothing really a Newmarket or anything like that. One of my previous groups called Peripheral Vision, they would have been the only ones that really played in Newmarket. We played at the Fox a few times.
Was this like 3 years ago, 4 years ago?
Yeah, this would have been like with Kieran. Kieran
Okay,
Fay.
yeah. The name sounds really familiar, actually. So.
Yeah, we did
Cool.
play. We did play Northtown one year, I remember as well.
Really?
Yeah, so that it could be from there.
I wonder.
Northtown Music Wars for
Yeah.
those that don't
We
That
know.
was
saw
fun
Josh
times.
Gottlieb on Saturday night. Did
Yeah,
you see
we
Josh?
did.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was there. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, it was great to
good
see
to
Josh.
see
We
him.
high-fived.
Always, yeah.
Yeah, especially with him out in Van Cleek there now, you don't get to see him as
Yeah,
often.
it's so
It's
true.
great to see him.
Yeah,
influence
this
in-
town misses him, as a promoter.
Oh,
That's the one I
definitely.
was just about to
We
say.
were
He was
sure
big
to tell
influence-
him that, yeah.
Big influence in Newmarket and the
I
punk scene.
know. And like helped so many artists get off their I thank Josh for a lot of shows that I got and meeting people.
Mm-hmm.
Really met people through the Northtown shows where I probably wouldn't have met you guys
Yeah.
today. So
Yeah.
thanks to Josh again.
Yeah, and
And then you said that to him when you saw him. We give him
I
shout
did,
outs like all the
always.
time
Yeah,
on
yeah,
this
yeah.
show.
and even Josh helped a lot with James and the Readies too, when
Yeah?
they were first starting and everything, booking shows in Newmarket and all that.
Yeah.
And Josh has been great to everybody in Newmarket over the years. Can't thank that guy enough.
Oh yeah.
So you've been in the band about 3 years, Nicole, and then you were about a year into it, and then what happened? The drummer quit, and then you had to have auditions, and you found the best drummer in the world.
Well, it was. I'm not gonna get into specifics really, but it was just the commitment level from the drummer at the time. Just he couldn't keep up with what we were trying to do, right? So again, no hard feelings. He still comes to
Yeah.
watch us play and everything. Just it wasn't working, right? So we
Yeah.
had to move forward.
That's
Sure.
good though. It's
Um,
fair to be.
Yeah,
take it
exactly,
seriously,
right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
And
I begged them. I begged. I literally did. I
you
messaged
actually?
every single member in the band, and I was like, I want to be your drummer.
I wasn't gonna say anything. I wasn't gonna say anything. Well, you didn't message me because
I didn't. Yeah, I didn't.
we
have
were more
to-
acquaintances at that
Yes,
time.
yes,
like I
yes,
knew
yes.
him from playing with Farrah and
When I was
Off
in
Center and
Off
stuff
Center
like
and,
stuff like
Must,
that.
yeah.
And Must, yeah. But
So he came to you and he said, "I'm only in 4 bands. I'm not busy enough. I need that 5th band."
I need to play fast.
right?
He's playing really
Are
fast.
you both in Must? No, you're just
No,
in
no.
Must.
I was
right?
just in
Okay.
Must, yeah.
Woo, fire alarm! Just kidding. Yeah, I forgot about Must. I don't know that I was at the barbecue, the Pez, where I saw you guys play the Readies, and Must played later that night.
Well, yeah, that was kind of
I
just
think I
a
left before.
quick put together of Must. Not really.
What kind of music is that band?
It's punk rock, pop
Punk?
punk, more pop punk.
But not as
Yeah.
fast as the Readies.
No, no,
Okay,
no.
so
Definitely more poppy, melodic influences
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
to it.
Yeah.
So the Readies really got your fast, aggressive
That's
outlet,
right.
right?
Yeah.
Very cool.
And yeah, it's been about 2 years now in the band, and it's awesome. I love it.
Good.
Yeah.
How often are you guys playing?
We're writing right now, so we've stopped playing shows. We're writing new songs and just trying to, plug
Focus
away at
on
that,
that,
focus
yeah.
on that. We've had this EP that we're kind of introducing to you today out for a little bit now, and we're just trying to get that next step coming, right? Because it takes a
Gorgeous.
long time to put it together. So
Where did you guys? You know what? I was looking up studios for my band the other day, and I stumbled upon one, and it was one of the first tracks was the Readies, and I'm like, oh, cool. So but where was it? I can't remember.
Waking Life?
Yeah, that'd be Waking Life
Yeah,
Studios.
you were like on the
Yeah.
front page, and
Yeah.
yeah, so
Yeah,
that's cool.
yeah. I mean,
Was
Dane's.
that this EP? Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no, sorry, no problem. I mean, there was this EP and an LP before it that were both recorded at Waking Life Studios.
Awesome. Cool.
I was fortunate enough to be part of both of them. Adam only a part of the latter EP. But yeah, Dane's a great buddy of ours. He's located just outside Tottenham on the ninth line or something like that,
okay, It's
right?
up north then.
Is
Is
it
that north?
farmhouse like in a barn? Or
yeah,
something?
it's in a barn. The top
No,
part,
it's
the
not.
top floor of
Yeah.
a barn.
Yeah,
it's cool.
exactly.
Super cool. Nice
That looks
horses.
that sounds creepy and cool at the same time.
What's he done for acoustics there? Like, is he?
Yeah, he's treated it. He's got like pads like
Foam,
foam
stuff,
pads
But
and
you
stuff
can
like
use that
that.
big space too, like for some bigger.
Some reverb.
It's all
eh?
low ceilings, right? It's all
low ceilings,
You
curved
gotta duck
ceilings.
over to there. It's only a couple feet off the
Jeez.
ground, kind of thing, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Were you
Yeah.
guys like cross-legged playing?
No,
Not
in the
that
center we're all set up.
Okay.
It's top.
And he's got nice isolation booths for both vocals, and he's got an isolation booth where he has a guitar cabinet in there for tracking the guitars.
Yes.
Cool.
yes.
So he gets some very good results with his setup.
Nice.
And yeah, he's been a great friend of ours. He's helped the Reddies out a lot, and we've even played with him before in his previous projects. Oh my goodness, it's escaping my mind right now. It had the word black in it though. I remember that.
That would narrow it down.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, while you're thinking of that, we should talk about the recording process when we get back. But why don't we listen to
Yeah.
Meat Sweats and Alcohol Poisoning?
Oh, God.
One of my
I'm not-
favorites.
I'm not even going to ask you what that's
Oh,
about.
it's a great one.
Title track.
This is that's the title track for
Yeah.
the new EP.
Yes.
This
absolutely.
is what this EP that we're listening to is called Meat Sweats
And Alcohol Poisoning.
Interesting. Okay.
Here are the Reddies with Meat Sweats and Alcohol Poisoning on 102.7 Chop FM. The Reddies with Meat Sweats and Alcohol Poisoning, the title track from their new EP on 102.7 Chop FM. This is ArtsTalk. I'm Dave Peters.
I'm Taylor Koss.
And we are in conversation with Nicolo and Adam from The Reddies.
The Reddies.
So let's talk about recording. We talked about your producer, who you've obviously grown very close to.
Was he the producer or was he the engineer? Did you?
Engineer.
Right?
Engineer. He did the mixing mastering.
He put
as
it
well.
all together for us.
Yeah.
So is he the producer
Yeah,
too? Or?
yeah, pretty much,
cool.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
you guys,
Just checking,
I'm
just
assuming
wondering.
you went in with set arrangements. You didn't. You weren't looking for input.
No.
on
Not too
We-
much. Like there
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, obviously, like if nothing major, but if he had suggestions here and there, obviously that
That
in
worked for
terms
you.
of like even tone and stuff too, right? So,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cool.
but you're right. We did have the songs were written, ready to go,
yeah.
so we were going in there to bang them out, really.
And what was the method? Drum track first and then build on that, or were you
Live off the floor. Did I do
That was
metronome?
live off the
Really?
floor?
Did I do
Yeah.
metronome on this one? I don't remember.
I couldn't tell you because
Dale was beside me though.
you'd be the only one. You'd be the only one that would have heard it, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I don't even know if I did. I don't think I did click track on this even.
Do you
Seriously?
play
Yeah.
with a click track normally with the Reddies?
Yeah, live I play click track usually always.
Every day.
Yeah.
Were you using a click
Cool.
on Saturday?
I did, and then guess what? When I turned my, we'll never do this again. I had Bluetooth headphones going to my metronome on my phone, and it patched into somebody's phone, and I got their songs instead of listening. So I had to rip it out, and then I just said, screw it. So I'll just do a direct hot wire always
That
into my
is
phone
so
now. It was the first
weird.
time I always play with them, and they're
Yeah.
great in-ears, but that's the first time that ever happened. I don't want that to happen again.
that sounds like sabotage to me.
Because I mean,
Yeah, mess you up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Someone must not like
We
social
found a
distortion.
flaw with
That's kinda
Bluetooth.
funny.
Look at that.
That is funny.
So you played without a click for most of that set then?
yeah, for 3/4 of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Sounded great. I wouldn't have noticed.
Do you guys play with a click?
Oh, wait. I'm not the drummer. I don't know. I don't. Clint does sometimes, but not live. I don't think he does it live.
I guess the thing with more up-tempo music is you need that click to sustain the count, right, and not get too fast or go over the edge.
That's what happens sometimes. Even like you start tensing up, and then you're playing even faster and faster because you feel like you're not keeping up.
Yeah.
But then like everybody starts going faster,
going
and it's just a vicious cycle, and then
It keeps things tight.
yeah, exactly.
And then you're ready in the studio when you're going to record, like it's a breeze, right?
Yeah.
So it's always a good thing.
So yeah, usually when we're playing, Adam has the click in his ears, and then we're just kind of following him.
Cool.
But at least he can keep it steady, right, without having to worry about us going off track or anything like that.
So we were talking off air about the songwriting process, and Jared, the lead singer, I guess, is responsible for all the lyrics. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yes,
pretty
I-
much.
Pretty much?
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I mean, we're very like singular, I guess you could say, in the writing process. Where like literally, I'm coming in with guitars, Adam comes in with drums, and Jared comes in with lyrics, and Michelle comes in with her bass lines as well, right? I mean,
Jared doesn't come in and say, "I've got this lyric here, so I think the song should sound." I think
sometimes he'll have like a melody, and then I'll like record like this sort of melody he's going for and try and build around that. Or even he can suggest, he'll be like, yeah, I kind of got this sound going with these lyrics, and then we know how to adjust to that,
Right.
I mean, because with one guitar riff, you can make it sound 10 different ways with 10 different drum beats behind it,
That is true.
I mean, so yeah, like we all come in with our ideas. Sometimes I even have ideas for drums. I'm like, hey, I'm thinking about like something like this, right? Obviously, it's super rough what I give him, and then he's able to take it and
Spin it around.
Yeah, spin it around and make it into something quite workable and awesome,
So he takes everything and plays it at 220 beats a minute.
That's it. Straight ahead. Go.
How's that?
But yeah, like so the main writing that comes, like we're all writing a lot of our own instruments, but obviously open to inputs from everybody,
That's good.
Like, hey, let's try this at this part or try this at that part, But it kind of like it doesn't leave the burden on the one person. I mean, some people love doing that.
Yeah, some people are control freaks.
Yeah,
like
some
that,
people love doing that. They want to write everything, and hats off to them, But we know where our strengths and weaknesses are, and this has worked for us. so.
That's a good thing for a band, though, when you're able to like talk about your strengths and weaknesses, and then work on them as a group together, right? And putting input in, and not getting any egos involved, and it's always a good thing.
Yeah, and for us, I mean, like a lot of people are gonna. With us, with the Reddies, it's always been friends first, and then the music, So that's what's made it really easy to be able to talk about stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's not the way you have to push to get to the big time, but you know what? For us, it's
important, right?
Yeah, for us, if you're going out there not having fun, I mean, what's the point at the end of the day? You know what I mean?
And you work better I think you would work better being friends with your bandmates as well as being professional musicians and working together. But
right.
It's this respect that you have, and you kind of know the person, you know their feelings, you know what's going to upset them or what's going to make them feel better, and that's sometimes a good thing to know when you're in a group like that.
Well, as long, I guess, as they're bringing enough competency to what they're doing. It sounds like I'm
Yeah, you don't want your
exactly,
friend
right.
who's
with
just
the
learning.
previous drummer. I don't know the person, but you know what I mean. And
Yeah, for sure.
You've got to be able to do what you're expected to do.
Yes, yeah.
And if you watch the Eagles documentary, when the money goes up, that's when things can get real interesting.
Yeah, it sounds
exactly,
scary.
right?
When the stakes rise,
Yep.
that's
Great
when
documentary.
that challenges friendships.
Oh, definitely. And for us, it's always been like, even when I joined them, I wanted to be like, I wasn't sure how serious they wanted to go. Some bands you want to join, and they're like, well, we're looking to tour like all across Canada, blah, 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 this and that. And for me, I was like, look, this is what I'm looking for. I'm looking, I'm going to go have a great time. I'll go play with you guys. People like to listen to us. Go listen to us. But let's not, kill each other trying to, quote unquote, make it big. Mm-hmm. Because then at the end of the day, if you don't, there's there's animosity that can build even without, not even directly, it just like kind of sneaks in.
Together you're frustrated, but then
Exactly,
who else are you
right?
going to take it out on sometimes? But
So
people.
the Reddies exist Mostly for fun, mostly for the enjoyment of the band members.
Yeah, get together, drink some beers, play some shows.
You know, have people bopping their heads.
Yeah, and people
Yeah.
actually mosh to it and come to our shows. So cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and luckily we're able to sustain ourselves enough where we're not really taking money out of pocket.
Good. Yeah.
You know, like maybe we're getting net even at the end of the day, but hey, at least we're having a whole bunch of fun doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think for many bands that would be living the dream.
Yeah, yeah.
Right? Not being out of pocket and being able to play.
And not putting so much pressure on yourself either. Like just to have a good time, be happy with what you're putting out there, and happy with what you're doing, and.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you do reach certain situations where there's an economic requirement if you're going to try
Yeah.
to get better, and that can complicate things. You introduce
Yep.
money into friendships, and it can
I know.
Tears them apart.
It's scary. It is.
Never mind, it tears families apart. Never mind friendships.
Right?
You know?
Absolutely.
Seriously.
Well, what did Biggie say? More money, more problems.
You were
He's right
Dave
about that.
is
I am
just
so OG.
honest
Am I OG?
today.
Hashtag 90s.
Seriously. You know what Dave said
think
to
that
me
might have been the
earlier? Can
70s,
we
huh?
tell them?
70s?
Dave asked me if I was, what was it? If I something about Binnit.
Binnit.
And I'm like,
Who's the
what
Binnit?
is that?
Who's
Oh,
the-
no, you know, I'm taking care of Binnit.
Minute.
So can you say,
Binnit.
yeah, say it.
Take care of Binnit.
The DPOG.
DP, Ice-T, DP, OG.
Dave Peters, original gangster.
We really should be on TV.
I know,
There should be a
right?
camera right there.
I think
Maybe
that's
we
a-
should listen to some more of the Readies.
This is one of my all-time favorite sayings. It's one of
Oh,
the...
I thought that you were going to say it's your favorite song by now.
This is great.
I was like, wow,
I was hoping
Dave.
for that too.
Now, I'm assuming that's ironic. This
Sun's
title.
out, guns out.
Sun's out, guns out. Right?
Oh, I think.
No, it's these
Sun's out, guns out.
There you go. This is the Readies with Suns Out, Guns Out on 102.7 Chop FM.
To stay matters
Reddies with Suns Out, Guns Out
Guns out.
on 102.7 Chop FM. This is ArtsTalk. I'm Taylor Koss.
I'm Dave Peters.
And we are in conversation with Adam and Nicolo from the Reddies. So that was kind of an epic tune for a punk song. Was it 3 minutes long? You guys
Jeez.
really stretched it out.
Well, yeah, like we were saying earlier, right? Influences come from everywhere, right?
That is true. And there was some slower
Yeah.
parts a little bit, the way, the outro and...
Yeah, it went from 220 beats a minute to 208 beats a minute. And then
Yeah.
right back,
Exactly,
right back.
It's being versatile,
So, Nicolo, you were saying that you have some progressive influences. As a kid, you were into progressive metal or something?
Well, I wouldn't say so much as a kid. More in high school I got into it, but just progressive rock in general. Excuse me, more than progressive metal.
So how far back do you go? Like Rush?
Yeah, I love Rush.
Digging Rush? You
yeah,
digging
Rush.
Like Neil Peart?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I love Rush.
Okay.
Yes, Genesis.
Yes, Genesis.
Genesis
Is that
is
right?
cool.
Oh yeah.
See, now you're talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, no, I know, right?
Besties.
All that stuff there, and even the more modern stuff like Dream Theater and what's the other one, Porcupine Tree. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd have a lot of more of the progressive influences. So any, kind of sound like that you're hearing is probably coming from me, if anything in the songs.
That's really interesting, right? Because 7-minute tunes are short tunes on a Dream Theater record.
That's exactly it, right? No, and he's completely right with that, And sometimes I've had to watch myself where we found this trap a lot with my previous group, Peripheral Vision. Sometimes we were writing stuff, and it's just like we're just being complicated to be complicated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's no reason to be
I
complicated
think the
here.
word
good to call that out.
self-indulgent, right?
Yeah.
Dream
A little bit.
Theater, I think, has that problem.
Yeah, they do.
Technically
Yeah.
brilliant,
Yeah.
but sometimes just
like,
why is this song
yawn.
22 minutes long?
Yeah, like the last couple albums, I felt that a little bit like that about Dream Theater. Mostly like their late '90s, early 2000s stuff is like for me the prime stuff of their career.
pinnacle.
Yeah, the pinnacle.
Cool.
But there's always highlights, and Portnoy is so good.
Oh yeah, that guy is.
So good. I bought a Mike Portnoy instructional DVD,
Oh, good.
thinking it might be helpful.
Yeah.
It was not helpful at all.
You need the one
Did it make
before
you
that,
feel
probably,
sad?
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe more would make you quit than help you. Right?
Absolutely right. He played in an offshoot band called Liquid Tension Experiment, right?
yeah.
With and they have a tune called Paradigm Shift,
No.
which opens with him playing
Awesome
36
song.
notes on the bass drums and the tom toms.
Yeah.
So he slows that down, right? It goes like this. Da, 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 da.
That's all it is.
Well, no kidding. Thanks, Mike. It's $40 down the.
That's right. Yeah, for real. Eh?
You got to admire that speed, though. I do admire speed.
When I first got the JoJo Mayer DVD, it was like that. It was intimidating at first, and I'm like, man, I quit.
Who's that?
Exactly.
Who's that?
He's an amazing drummer. JoJo
He's not in a
Mayer.
band, though?
I don't know.
He's a famous
I
drummer.
just
More
know
a
him
session
through-
guy?
Yeah, he's more of a session drummer. I
Cool.
think, yeah.
All right. That's cool.
And the crazy thing was, though, he quits Dream Theater, and they hold auditions to replace him. I don't know whether you've seen on YouTube, but they put on YouTube the
You
guys who
told
came
me
in and
about this, I
auditioned.
think, yeah.
So a guy named Mike Mangini.
Yes, when
yeah.
Ginny came in, yes.
But all these guys were crazy fast.
Right.
Crazy fast. Thomas Hack, who's a metal player from Europe. All these guys were just as fast as he is.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I was blown
How do
away.
you choose?
So intimidating.
That's you and I doing maybe 20 hours a week in practice, and then
Yes.
doing 6,000 hours, right? That's just
Yeah,
the,
that's
Yeah,
all
I
it is.
try to think.
And Mike
of it.
Mangini
That's-
says that there's no difference between me or you playing drums. I just put 6,000 hours into it, and you've only put
Yeah.
less, obviously.
Exactly.
Wow.
Yeah, 6 or 7 hours. For me, it might be 10 hours a week.
Yeah.
These guys are doing 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
You exactly.
It's their full-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you treat it like that.
Yep. You have to. At that level, you have to. There's no choice.
We don't talk to too many bands, though, who are trying to make a full-time living at it, do we? I mean, they just haven't.
Well, we have, but it's just more so like how successful it is at the moment. I feel like a lot of the people that we talk to, I feel like you guys are one of the first bands that have come in and been like, we just want to have a good time,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that's what we want to do. A lot of people want to make it, but it's very difficult, like putting all those hours and not only practicing, but then putting all the hours into the actual business side of it too.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different world.
playing to empty bars and
Yeah,
you know,
after
it's
spending
tough.
like,
Yeah.
you do your full-time job and then you do your other full-time job of booking and
Yeah.
practicing and then
Yep.
you play to it.
Then you drive
It's
10
hard.
hours
Yeah,
to make
see, I don't
$20.
drive, so I forget
to
about
make
that
$20.
part. Yeah.
if you're lucky.
Ours don't pay like they used to.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for us, it's more been like if it happens, it happens. Awesome.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if not, we're still gonna have a great time.
Good. That's
Well,
so
good for you.
refreshing.
That sort of
yeah.
or belief and just let it be organic and
Yeah.
know where it goes.
That's just it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Man. That's really good. Kind of rare.
Totally.
Yeah, no, we're lucky that we're all real good friends even outside the band too,
Yeah.
right? So that helps a lot. It sets expectations at certain levels,
Yeah.
and nobody's getting at each other's throat because they couldn't make practice, for instance, or something
Good.
like that.
That
you know?
is, yeah, that's nice.
So this next tune, it looks like it was also written by Jared about his kids. The kids are a riot. These kids are a riot. Oh,
The kids are a riot.
Are a riot.
I
Which
get
they
it.
often are.
Oh, yeah.
While they're ruining your life, they're a riot. You guys have kids?
I do
No.
not.
No.
Jared's the only one with kids in the band.
In the band, yes.
He's got a little baby, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah, he's
saw
a little
him at
toddler.
the barbecue, and he was very cute.
Is he
Yeah.
digging the music? Does he come around?
Yeah.
Listen? Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
they
a
got
little
these
punk
little
rocker.
headphones
Yeah,
for him
headphones
and
on.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't he due when we were opening up for Bigwig at Hard Luck?
A few days after that,
Yeah, we scored this big show opening up for Bigwig and Black Hat Attack, who we look up to and their influences and stuff, and great people as well. And Jared's wife was doing it around that time, so we're like, fingers crossed.
Yeah.
And luckily enough, everything went smooth.
yeah. Well, for us, anyways.
Yeah, it's for us.
He ended
yes.
up coming a week overdue, so it was
Yeah, a little rough for him.
a little
month
rough for her.
Oh, yeah.
But she's great. Baby's great. Everybody's great.
Good,
So
good.
at the end of the day,
The kids are all right.
And fully
Exactly.
supportive, which is amazing.
Yes, yeah.
Right, you know?
Seriously, some people leave bands when they want to go have babies
That's
and all
right.
that, right? So it is really good to see the.
Yeah, the
Baby in
significant
the
other,
audience.
the significant other believing in it and being into it is pretty important. Mm-hmm. All right, let's listen to The Kids Are a Riot by the Reddies on 102.7 Chop FM.
Can't take the fiction, can't take the force, can't take this oppression any fucking more. Can't get ignition, read about the sword. Can't get the hungry wolves of dancing at the door. Can't take the shit to send it home. 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 We said we wanted to run. Trek pinball, and on I call. Star Trek pinball, and on I call. Star Trek pinball, and on I call. Star Trek pinball, and on I call.
Star Trek Pinball by the Reddies on 102.7 Shop FM. I'm Taylor Cross.
I'm Dave Peters.
This is ArtsTalk.
Still, long time today.
And we're in conversation with the Reddies. Well, 50% of the Reddies.
Yes,
Yes.
50%.
The good-looking 50%. I bet. Huh?
You haven't met Jared and Michelle yet, have you?
No, that's true, I haven't.
It's a pretty good-looking band.
Yeah, I'll tell you
yeah.
what. If they're better looking than you guys are a good-looking band. You're not just skilled. You have looks on your side. And when your musical skills fade, you'll still be good-looking.
Yeah, you'll still have something.
Hopefully.
So we were talking off-air about upcoming gigs, and it doesn't sound like there's much happening that way.
Not till the new year.
Yeah, not till the new year for us. As
Because
Adam,
you're doing some writing.
Yeah, as Adam, exactly. We're doing the writing. We're focusing on that right now. It's hard to balance the two when you get together to practice. When you want to write, but you got shows coming up, so you need
You
to
gotta
practice.
rehearse.
It's
So,
true,
yeah.
yeah. You can't flop on your set and be
Yeah,
just
exactly.
great with your new song that no one can hear yet.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
And
So-
what about, so where can people find this EP and the previous album in terms of buying the music?
If you go to our Facebook page, The Reddies, there's links to Bandcamp.
Facebook.com/We're the Reddies.
Oh, there you
The
go.
Reddies
that's
was taken when we tried.
WERETHEREADYS?
Yes.
We're the
Okay.
Reddies.
We're the Reddies. Yeah.
Alright.
The Reddies, unfortunately, was not available when we wanted to register on Facebook. So,
Oh, well.
yeah, what are you gonna do?
We also have a YouTube channel, which is active.
Yeah, we do. Like basically all our social media. If you go to Facebook, there's links to everything there. The YouTube channel,
Bandcamp.
Bandcamp.
Yeah.
So, and for Bandcamp, you can go to thereddies.bandcamp.com. You can buy all our stuff there, or our EPs there. Anyways, we don't have any merch up there, but all our music is up there for sale. And we have Facebook, we have Instagram as well. _Reddies is the handle we're using there, and I
Cool.
believe the same one is in use on Twitter as well.
You're everywhere online.
Yeah,
That's
we-
right.
Just Google the Reddies band, and I think you're going to be in for a treat.
You'll find us.
Right?
Hopefully, yeah.
Yes.
Something will come up.
Yes.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Guys, it's been a real pleasure having you here. Thank you so
Absolutely.
much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Maybe you can come back towards the end of the year with the other members, perhaps. Talk about maybe if you've got some gigs lined up in the new year, so you can get
Sounds
the
like a
word out.
plan.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of
Yeah.
fun.
We can listen to some more.
Yeah.
Sounds
We've
like
been
a plan.
talking to Adam and Nicolo from the Reddies. Next week, who do we have?
Next week, I believe we have Jacob Hamilton from the band Cassidy. I
Oh,
believe that's next week.
very fun.
Yes.
When's your mom coming on?
I don't know when she's ready. My mom's a singer and she canceled on us, so it's like
yeah,
Dave's all like,
so-
"Why'd your mom cancel?" And I'm like, "She has stuff to do."
She's on the ArtsTalk blacklist. As
No,
well.
she's not. I'm going to my mom's house after this. Hi,
You can't
mom.
put your mom on the blacklist.
Hi, Mom.
Come on. So we're going to take you out of here with
What's
one
this one
more
called, Dave?
Reddies tune. This tune is called "It's Hard to Smile When You're Wearing a Wolf Mask," which is so true.
Right?
Yeah, when you read it, you're like, yeah, that is true, isn't it?
He said the honesty of it really strikes you.
Right.
This is obviously Jared is a fan of Halloween.
Yeah.
There's something going on there.
Well, funny enough, we actually released this one on a Christmas EP we did a couple years ago.
I was gonna ask because I remember
Yeah.
you guys doing a Christmas song.
Yes, King
so
Wenceslas. We
Yeah,
covered.
we did the Good King Wenceslas we covered.
really fast. You should hear it.
Yeah,
It's
so,
at 280 BPM.
A friend of ours from Toronto, Sarah Litt, she was putting a Christmas punk compilation together at the time, and we wanted to be part of it. So we wrote that song for that, and we also had that this song coming up. It's hard to smile when you're wearing a wolf's mask sitting around. So we're like, you know what? Let's just do like a 2-song EP. Why not?
Cool, nice,
Right?
yeah.
So yeah, that's what we did.
All right, that's
Wicked.
great. So thanks again to Nicolo and Adam from the Reddies. We're going to take you out here with "It's Hard to Smile When You're Wearing a Wolf's Mask" on 102.7 Chop FM.
promise of a